Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast coming up next. We got Aaron Biggs in the building. Stay tuned.
Strength is like powerhouse, dangerous slam, surgical, can't repair once I break every limb. The general, which ring you prefer, I defend, cause the ruler always prays on the food in his hand. I'm telling you fam, my entourage is definitely stacked. Don Callis, I'm related to every wolf in my pack. Diesel like Shaq, I'm always outside for the script. Light it up, we take the ring, no fear in our eyes, gold on.
This is the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast, your home for real pro wrestling talk.
Soon, Bang Out Club will meet their fate. We have a secret weapon. Someone from Lisa Bang Out's past, just in case she tries to get involved in our business. Meet our insurance policy.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, we the champs. Thanks for listening. We gone.
You want the best? You're looking at her. This ain't just a sport, it's a lifestyle. Welcome to the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast. We are the champions of wrestling talk.
Please stand by. This is the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast, your home for real pro wrestling talk.
Our special guest is Aaron Biggs. Stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, we the champs. Thanks for listening. We gone.
We back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. We got Aaron Biggs in the building. Yeah.
What's happening?
Let's give that a round of applause. Yeah. All right, so usually how we started off is, well, man, Dub it leads off the conversation or whatever, and then I'll tag in when needed. So the floor is y'all as I get everything else together.
So first and foremost, I want to say thank you for coming on with us. I know we've been trying to do this for a little bit now. You had a little hiccup, and then tonight we had a little bit of hiccup, but we here.
As long as we worked it out, baby, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, first and foremost, let's start by let's tell the audience a little bit about Aaron Biggs.
Oh man, where should I start? I've been doing this for it's been over 10 years. It'll fly by. And I didn't even notice it. I've been at this since 2013, man. So I've been a few places. I've had fun. I still do it just to, stay active, and I do still watch wrestling. I still am a fan. I go by the Rampaging Beast, Aaron Biggs. To me, I am the monster of North Carolina. This is my home. I started in Burlington, North Carolina. I am from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I've wrestled all over North Carolina in many different small, big promotions. North Carolina is my home. So, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's me. I've been in tag teams.
Shout out
I've
to
done
North
singles.
Carolina.
Absolutely, man. Like we've bred some champions. We've bred just some talented guys. So yeah, shout out to North Carolina.
Absolutely, man. So What got you into professional wrestling? What was that moment that was like, you know what, I want to do this?
North Carolina. I was originally born in New York. I was raised in North Carolina. My dad is from North Carolina. And it was just one day, I was about 4 or 5 years old. It was about one day, him and my uncle were just sitting in the living room talking. I was home from school and they were flipping through the channels and they came across wrestling. And I've been stuck ever since.
I think we all pretty much have a story of our fathers or dads getting us into professional wrestling or getting us into basketball, football, baseball, whatever the case may be. So, do you have any athletic background?
No. um,
No. Okay.
I messed around on the wrestling mat. I played a little bit on the football field, but nothing like on a team. I just I like sports. I love sports. Basketball is probably my favorite. I am a football fan, but basketball is probably my favorite sport. But wrestling overpowers the both of them.
So especially
Um,
where you are. I mean, you guys, every place has like its mecca per se.
mhm,
Like they
right.
say, the mecca of basketball is New York, and there's some people that say the mecca of football is Texas. I'm gonna say the mecca of professional wrestling is North Carolina. What say you?
Absolutely. 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 Whether they turn out to be the top guy or the middle guy or the bottom guy or whatever it needs to, what name you moniker with, but North Carolina has put out some really really good talent and still doing it, still doing it.
And for those of y'all that don't know, um, one big huge name that's from North Carolina that's out there doing it big on Monday Night Raw right now, Jay Malachi, also known as Javon Evans. And
Mm,
I know him.
mm. Man, shout out to Jay, man. I'm proud of him. I don't know if he's ever heard me say it, but I'm super super proud of him, man. Like being in locker rooms with the young kid and he's like 13, 14, 15 years old and he's screaming, I'm gonna get signed. I'm gonna get signed. And as you hear him, you hear people say that, sometimes they never make it or they get close, but he stuck with it. He stood on business. He said, I'm gonna get signed. And before you know it, here he is. And he's outshining folks, man. But he's humble about it. I've seen him outside of that. And he's never been like, oh, I'm better than this guy. I'm better than that guy. He's never been that kind of kid. But I'm super proud of him. He called me Unc, and I usually get mad when people call me Unc because now that I'm 40 years old, he can get away with it. The young OG can get away with it. I'm just super proud of him, man. And it's like he every week he's just getting better. He's just getting better. He's just getting better. I'm proud of him.
You know what's funny about that is that we had Alex Evans on our show a few weeks back, and he pretty much said the same thing. He was like, I remember him coming in as a kid and
A
killing it as a
kid, a
kid.
kid. It's crazy. I watched him like even before the signing, like watching him through the innings and how he's grown, how he's matured, how he's just been the same person. He's never been like a mean kid or a bully or anything like that, but he's just I can only remember him saying, I'm gonna get signed, I'm gonna get signed, I'm gonna get signed. And at first it's like, yeah, okay, man, we get it. You're gonna get signed. We got it, we got it. And then it happened and it was like, oh, he was right. So
Oh, absolutely. So we'll touch base back on that in a little bit.
okay.
So you went to Firestar Pro Wrestling, and we've had quite a few of you guys on the show with you and Alex Evans and Damian Jackson, Dynamite Damian Jackson, and I'm still working on getting some more of you guys on the show. But what makes Firestar Pro Wrestling so great?
I actually, when I started out, Firestar was like small. So I got trained at CWF out in Burlington. Um, but like I got put on with Firestar like real early in its early days when it was in Greensboro in the Boys and Girls Club. Just to kind of somebody didn't show up, and I was always taught always have your gear with you, always have your gear with you. So anytime that I started out as a security guard, and anytime that I was doing a show, I always had my gear in the trunk. I was ready, and just one show somebody didn't show up, and I got thrown in a match. Now I was still in training, and my debut was getting ready to come up, but I hadn't thought about like starting or how I was gonna do things, and he Cozone, shout out to Cozone too. I watched him grow. Um, he just like I need you, so I was like, okay, and a lot of things developed that day. Like I came up with the finish that I used for so many years, the Luthez press. Um, because coming from a big fella like me, just I don't need to punch you after that. You're dead. Um,
Yeah.
just Cozone. It's Cozone. Everything revolves around Cozone. He stuck with it. He stood on business with his people. Probably doubted him and saying it wasn't gonna make it. It wasn't gonna be anything. And look at him now. His guys are making it. So shout out to Cozone, man.
And real quick, not even just his guys are making it. I do believe he just had a WWE tryout too. So he's on the
Yeah,
verge of
yeah.
what they're
He's
saying
on the
making it.
verge, like trainer slash. Like I'm DPW. I've seen him. He got the tryout. He's AEW. He's Cozone's the man. I can't take nothing from him. Cozone is the man.
What makes somebody like a LeBron Cozone so special when it comes to professional wrestling?
It's the same thing I put about anybody who's been in Kozo's position and still came out on top. They just fight through all the adversities, man. Like there's always gonna be what I've learned in independent wrestling is you're on your own. And there's gonna be a lot of obstacles you're gonna have to overcome. I saw some things, so Kozon he just fought through it, man, and he just stuck like I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do this. My company, my business, my training school is gonna be number one, and I'm gonna put out guys who are top tier, and that's what he's been doing. Just strong willed, period.
So this is one of my favorite questions to ask. And it's especially a good question for guys or girls that don't have an athletic background like a football, wrestling. Like you might have dabbled in it, but it's like it wasn't like on a team or something like that.
Right.
So what was it like for you taking your first bump and running the ropes? Look at his face. Look at his face.
Ouch, man. Look, when I started training, they were like, "You're not gonna bump this much, but you got to learn it." And from going from watching television to actually being in a ring and finding out that, ouch, it once you get it, it doesn't hurt as bad. But oh man, and those ropes, you either run them or you're gonna get pushed off. So, and they don't give, they don't give. They're not like I know you see a lot of the WWE rings. They're actual rope and just taped. Like in the Indies, you got they're steel, rubber, and then tape. So you got to hit them. You got to run. You cannot play around on them. They will shoot you off. And mm. But yeah, once you get it, it's hard. It still hurts, especially if you don't run them as much or you don't take as many bumps. When you finally take that one good one, and then in the morning you're like, man, look, let me learn how to stay up off this mat. So yeah, man, it can be. Oof, whew, it took me back. Ooh. I remember like my second training session, man. I think I might have bumped like 10, 12 times, maybe more. Ugh, ugh. The middle of the ring, I will tell you, is the softest, but you still feel it no matter what, man. And then like once you start getting out there, you find out that everybody's ring ain't built the same. So it might get harder, it might get stiffer, and you just like, oh my God. And then you'll find out like, oh, I hate this ring. Oh, I love this ring. CWF had, oh my goodness, it was just soft. I mean, you still felt it, still made like, but CWF's ring was, but anywhere other than the middle, I've learned, stay away, stay away.
I it had to be especially hard on you because not only is the ring, hard, but you're also a big guy. So
I'm a big dude,
to
man. And I sometimes I get gutsy and I take a real big bump off the second or the third. I've done superplexes. No matter what, whether it's a regular bump or a super bump, I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna feel it the next morning. That could probably be the only bump in the match. I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna wake up and stand up out that bed and everything feel like it's gonna lock up. But your body gets used to it. So yeah, no matter what, whether I'm just bumping in the middle, taking a clothesline or shoulder tackle from another big guy. But either way, it's rough sometimes.
he said, "Oh."
Yep. And that's all you can say. Even if because some guys like to get in and get a feel for how the ring feels. They might take a few bumps or hit the ropes or whatever. Sometimes I would do that. Sometimes I wouldn't. And then people would be like, "Oh man, watch out for this," or "This ring feel great." Just I got used to let me get in here and bump around a little bit and see how it feels, so I know what bump I want to take or what bump I don't want to take. So, whew. You can tell
so
when somebody has built their ring good, so to speak.
so you being a big guy, would you rather go one on one with another big guy, or would you rather want to go with a smaller guy?
I've done both, and hmm, it just doesn't make a difference. I just my mind adjusts to who I'm with. I don't have to do as much with bigger guys. But sometimes I like to get in there with the smaller guys and let them know, hey, don't let the size fool you. I can go if you need me to. Even with the older age me, I still want to get in there with the young, smaller guys, man. Let's go. They be, yeah, just, no, we're going to give them a match. I'm going to make them believe what I want them to believe, but just know that I can go. You want to go 20 minutes? We can go 20 minutes. You want to go 5 minutes? We can go 5 minutes. But yeah, it don't matter to me. I got to put in a little more work, with the bigger guys. Um, their main question is, can you pick me up? Look, I got country strength, so I've been on farms. I've been in gyms. I've been in-house workouts. Like I got country strength. I got you.
Go ahead, Bars. Go ahead, Bars. I gotta take care of something real quick.
Okay. Well, I could see that from what you had said and the look on your face that these wrestling bumps was no joke. So one of my questions is, has it left any bruises that reminded you like, yeah, this sport is physical?
The very first time I was in West Virginia against Will Huckabee. Shout out to Will.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was like one of the first superplexes I had taken, not given, but taken.
What?
I don't mind giving them because I don't know. It's just we're both essentially taking the same bump, but
Mm-hmm.
when you're giving, like when someone is giving it to you, oh my goodness, it's different because your body has to
Yeah.
float over into that bump, and after once or twice, you're like, all right, I know how this is gonna feel, even with whatever ring you're in. I know how
Mm-hmm.
this is gonna feel. But the very first time I took that, I was so like, ah. Like I lived probably 2.5 hours away from West Virginia at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a lot of hotels. I didn't want to like sit in the upright position to drive 2.5 hours back down that mountain. I said, I'm getting a room, man. I'm going to sleep. I'm taking me a hot shower and maybe an ibuprofen, and I'm going to sleep.
Mm. Well,
It's rough.
I guess that answers my question for that because like I know from past interviews as we talk to other athletes, they have definitely said that it could leave its mark. Whether you're a bigger guy or you're a smaller guy or you're in between, it could definitely leave its mark. And the only reason why I asked that is because I would think, and I don't know if it's true, you could probably answer that for me. I would think that because you're a bigger individual, you can absorb a lot more than a smaller guy like myself. You know what I'm saying? If you was able to take that type of bump. So is that a myth or
That is
is
a
it
big myth. It all feels the same on whatever body. You could say I got more protection. No, it still feels the same. Like, mm-mm. Don't let nobody tell you that, man. No, that's crazy. No, it's no matter whether it's just a smack. It's no different than me or you hitting the mat. Like,
Mhm.
there's no. Mm-mm.
So that leads me into my next question because you definitely said that that was your first time taking a superplex. So let me ask you this. Who would you say was the strongest individual that you have faced that was able to like, power slam you or able to just lift you up to even perform a move or a power move of any magnitude?
Ooh. Mark James. Mark James.
Ah.
Mark James. Mark James. First probably year or two I'm in biz. We were in Virginia, I think. I'm not sure. It might not have been Virginia.
Mhm.
Might have been somewhere in like the sticks, as I call them, in North Carolina. But we were at Pure Pro. He Alabama slammed me.
Wow.
Like at this time, I had never been like picked up like that. This mug picked me up, and you kind of help a guy out, but no. Mark James snatched me up and Alabama slammed me. And it felt wonderful because by then I had taken a few good bumps, and I'm like, that man is like strong.
Mhm.
But yeah, I remember that. Mark James. Mark
Wow.
James. The brute, Mark James. That man snatched me up. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm two of you, and you snatched me up with no problems.
That's one question that I want to ask. So, as you guys are wrestlers, how many times do you feel that you have to be in the gym a week, in order to maintain a certain amount of strength when it comes to performing certain moves? Because like I've heard some guys say they don't go to the gym that much, but they kind of develop their strength as they go, like in the wrestling ring. And then I've heard other guys say that they go in the gym like maybe 2 3 times out of the week, and some more than that. So how many times would you say that you have to go to the gym in order to develop a certain amount of strength in order to perform certain high impact power moves?
To me, it's up to you. Like there's no, to me, there's no way, like there's no, I'm gonna go to the gym to, get, like, you can get stronger in the gym. Don't get me wrong. And also the gym is for a look.
Mm-hmm.
You want to, make certain muscles develop, or you want abs, or you just whatever you want to do, or get bulkier, whatever. But wrestling, will work muscles that you didn't even know you had. So wrestling strength and like lifting up 250 pounds on a bar is, to me, is totally different. Like if you want to go in there 4 or 5 times a week, 2 3 times a day, that's you. You're working on something, whether it's a certain look, or I want to develop my chest, or I want to get bigger arms. That's you. Um, when I was first starting out, I wanted to drop weight. So I kind of did. I got a personal trainer, and he pretty much broke me down. Like I was dropping the weight, but I was also developing smaller muscles as well. He wasn't so concerned about my bigger muscles, which is the part you need to lift the person up. But it's the smaller muscles that you need to work while you're like, if you got to hold them for a while, or if you got to get a bigger person up, So it just depends on what you feel like doing. Like if you want to go in there 2 3 times a week, do that. If you feel like you need to do more, do that. If you just feel like you want to pick up 600 pounds with no problem, then you got to be in there all the time. But um, it just sometimes that can be a gift and a curse. That's all I will say. You got to give your body time to rest after that. So just know, if you go in there and you're lifting heavyweight, I'm trying to get big, you start tearing muscles because you done made them too big. Only in wrestling have I ever seen somebody tear a pectoral muscle. So it just depends. But I just tell people to be, careful with that, man. Like, don't overwork your body. Don't make a muscle bigger than it needs to be.
Because you could still, even if you don't go to the gym as much as, a person that's looking for a look, you know what I mean, or a certain size, you're still developing your muscles because you're getting in that ring and you're working. That's still, people don't understand, that's still exercise. Like
That's
you're
still
perform.
exercise. You're still lifting weight, whether it's people or actual like steel. You're lifting weight. So like if you're wrestling 3 4 times a week, or 3 4 times a weekend, your body is constantly training. Like wrestling strength is different than like strongman, or you going, like I said, going in the gym and lifting 400 or 500 pounds on a or squatting or something like that, man. To me, people weight is different. So you just got to get your body used to lifting people weight. Cause like I said, steel don't move. If you got it locked on there, it ain't gonna move. Wrestling, like you might have to hold that, and they eventually like shake out of it, or sometimes you might get in there and you can't lift that guy. No matter how much you've been in the gym, how much you worked out, and this, that, how many thousands of push-ups you done, you just can't lift that. He's heavy. Like there's nothing you can do about you, so you work around it. But it just depends on what you're trying to seek as an athlete, and then you'll go based off that to develop your gym regimen and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do believe that it's a difference between, the lifting human, pounds, and then lifting weight in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because that's weight that don't basically move or give or whatever. And then a human person, that's just like that's weight that could give, but I don't know, it's hard to explain because I know when I used to power lift, right? I definitely, in powerlifting, you don't look for, there's not a look at all. Like you just, like, you come in there, you could be jacked, or you could just be an average build, or you could be in between. And basically it's all about like technique as far as your lift. Like,
Hmm.
I was thinking when I was doing it, I was always thinking that, yeah, because my bench was pretty good. I was thinking I was benching properly. When I started powerlifting, it was like, nah, your bench is off, bro. I'm surprised you ain't pull a shoulder, or you ain't do this or do that. And I was like, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it just changed my whole mindset and changed my whole like how I do everything, you know, and then especially with the deadlifts. Dead people don't
I was going there next.
yeah, yeah, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
In wrestling, you better have a good base because that's what gives first. Forget your back, your arms, all that. If your legs is weak, ah man, you could forget picking up anything,
Yeah,
whether it's 250 pounds or 450 pounds. If that base gives out, that's it.
yeah.
That's it. So if you do go to the gym, work on your legs, calves, all that. Work your legs because if you got a strong base, you'll be okay.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I feel like the legs would be the most important, along with the deadlift. See, he poor. See. He's starting his ish already. He's starting his. He's starting his ish already. I
What
would
I do?
definitely. He started his ish already, but yeah, I would think that those two things. That's why I asked the deadlift part because I know a lot of people told me like your deadlifts can help you out a lot in many ways that you don't even understand.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, I get it. So this all leads into this question right here. It says, you move significantly faster than someone of your signature is women. You move significantly faster than someone of your stature is supposed to. At what point in your training did you realize you could break the traditional lumbering giant mold and did anyone ever try to talk you out of it?
Oh man, yeah, I've been talked out of you don't gotta run as much and you're moving too fast and like that's not my fault. One, the ropes, like I said, when you run them, even if you start off slow and you gotta run them, they're gonna make you speed up.
Mm,
But I've just always been a naturally decently fast guy. Um,
mm,
Sometimes I have to remember like, hey, you can move, but it takes just as much for you to slow down.
mm,
So and also just watching wrestling and how it's evolved over the years, starting from
mm,
the 80s to the 90s, how those big guys were.
mm,
Yoko, Vader, they worked slow, but they could move a little bit. Yoko, especially. I've watched this man start from one side of the ring and clear it. Whew. Okay, so I need to be a little fast. But it's all about your stride and just moving. Like when you're a certain size, man, you've learned to you know how you gotta move with that size on your back. So
mm,
it's just like wearing the weighted vest. Like, okay, I've gotten used to being this size. I just need to learn how to move faster than what I'm doing. And th- now that we're in 2026, these big guys are moving. They're moving, they're diving, they're doing everything. And in
mm,
my mind, I'm like, I don't want to get left in the past still trying to work like a old school big man or the like I said, the Yokos and the Vaders and the one man gangs. I couldn't see myself sitting stagnant like that. So I wanted to evolve with everybody else, like the smaller guys you mentioned. It was a kind of an ego thing at once because like anything you can do, I can do. And then as I got older, I was like, anything you can do, I'm gonna try.
mm,
But I don't ever want to stay stagnant. That's never been even in life in general. I just don't want to stay stagnant. So if I have to evolve to keep up with everybody else, because it seems like that's all that's coming in. And then when they say big guys, it's always just like some jacked guy. I'm like, nah, man, you got to get you a big dude who'll shock you. You'll be like, oh, I didn't see that coming. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So and I feel like I'm that person.
mm.
So.
Yeah, I remember when we interviewed Ahmed Johnson last year. He definitely
Mhm.
said that like he wowed a lot of people because he could do a lot of like the aerial moves and stuff like that, and people who don't didn't expect him to be able to do that. the high drop kicks, the diving over the ropes and stuff like that. People never expected him to do that. In fact, Shawn Michaels himself trying to tell him like, look, you can't do that because when it comes from me, it don't look special no more because you can do it. You know what I'm saying? So
It's like
like,
you're holding us down with that anchor, man. Like
yeah,
like you're trying to protect yourself and protect your moves, but I can't do them because you don't think I can, but then when I do it, it doesn't. Yours don't look so special no more. That's not my fault. Like I'm not trying to.
that's exactly what he said.
What you getting mad at me for? So you want
Yeah,
to just so you can still be on top? I gotta limit myself. That's the
yeah,
one thing I hated about wrestling. I don't know no limits, man. I
yeah.
just like 2 years ago, I like started jumping off the top rope, just a regular splash.
Hmm.
Um, some just promotions just don't like that, and I'm just like, you want to see me toss people around and raw and all that. That's fine, but like
Hmm.
when it comes to wrestling, man, like I don't doubt what nobody can do until they show me, all right, you messed that up. You need to not do that or work on it.
Hmm.
But yeah, Ahmed Johnson is right, man. How you gonna tell me I can't do moves and flips and stuff like that because you do them? Okay, then we both do them.
Hmm.
But it's gonna look better for me because of my size. I can't. Nothing I can do about that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, and when you talk about the evolution of a big guy, it's definitely different in today's professional wrestling. I mean, you look at people like Keith Lee for a prime example,
I'm glad you
who,
said him.
yeah, because he shocked me on so many levels on the stuff that he was doing. I was like, yo, and then speaking of big men that could do aerial moves so effortlessly, Yaya, Yaya,
Shout out to y'all, man.
yeah,
Oh man.
he's
A
definitely
swanton bomb jumping over the like
just get
dive
ready to
like it
say
like
that. Mm-mm-mm.
how you gonna tell a guy he can't do something?
Yeah.
Like it's nothing he could do. You want me to just be able to be strong. And I'm glad you meant like I said, I'm glad you mentioned Keith Lee because I watched Keith Lee in the Indies when he was on Progress and stuff like that. I remember I watched the match with him and Gunther. Um and he just amazes me. And I see
Hmm.
what WWE was trying to do. They was trying to make him, in their term, a big man monster. And I'm like, you can't do that. That guy's way too talented. You got to let him be him.
Hmm.
But to me, he was outshining people. He was out the generic definition of your big man. He was just outshining them.
Hmm.
And so they just did everything to to me to kill him.
Hmm.
And that's why I feel like he didn't work out there. But like, oh man, Keith Lee is
I
to
feel
watch a
like
man moonsault off the top rope is crazy to me. I can't backflip. Period. I'm not even gonna try, but I'll jump off. I'm not afraid to do things.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel like once he had got to the main roster, that's when he became stagnant because when he was on NXT, he
he
had
was killing
bangers. He
it,
had super bangers.
killing
I was
it.
like, yo. And then when he debuted in the Royal Rumble, oh my God, like the stuff he was doing was crazy.
When
Was
he set
crazy.
Lesnar down off a shoulder tackle, like that's a big spot for him because you know
Mm-hmm.
Lesnar's supposed to be their monster, their big guy who's just dominant, and to have another big guy of Keith Lee's stature to put him on his butt with just a simple like that looked good for TV. The crowd went crazy just off a basic shoulder tackle, but it was so
Mm-hmm.
much more that he could do, and they were trying to just. And I'm watching, and I'm like, that's what kind of Sometimes I get irritated with wrestling because I'm like, why are you doing that with him?
Right.
Why are you doing that with him? Stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Let him be who he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and another big man that comes to mind that is innovative as well is Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor's another innovative big guy that can defy laws of physics and do some
Mm-hmm.
crazy stuff. Like he don't do it. He don't do it as much now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he used to. But I remember watching him when he used to team with Keith Lee and did some crazy stuff with Keith Lee. And I was just like,
Absolutely.
yo, I was like,
Absolutely.
I was just as shocked when I seen Yaya do the Swanton Bomb. I was just talking to my bro. I was like, yo, he's not supposed to be able to do that so effortlessly. I was like, yo, when I seen him on one of the Ashe shows and he did the Swanton Bomb, I was like, yo, that's like a 747 gliding through the air and flipping. I thought the ring was going to implode. I was like, yo, whoever's taking that bump, they're not coming out unscathed. It's a done deal.
I'm telling you, man. Again, shout out to y'all, man. It's just you can't. What are you gonna do? He has the
Yeah,
ability to do that. So what are you
yeah,
gonna tell him? Nah, man, don't do that because
yeah,
such and such uses that move, and you're gonna kill his mood. That's his problem. He got to
yeah.
get a new move. Like, why I got to change what I've been using for this long
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
because you
dope.
feel like I'm not supposed to be doing it. Nah, man, get out of here.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, it's pretty dope to see how the evolution of the big man has evolved into something like totally different, like a hybrid type of
Mhm.
big man. Like they could do basically all the moves that the smaller guys can do, and some of them could do it
And
better.
that's the problem. Like, it's a gift and a curse. It's the gift to be able to do it, but the curse is we got to make ourselves stand out a little more. Like, yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
can pick guys up and toss them halfway across the ring and this, that, and the third. You've seen every big man do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be able to stand out
Mm-hmm.
from. I was at the School of Morton one time, and Scott Demore was there. They were doing like a little session there, and they were running through this little sequence, and I had to do a sunset flip,
Mm-hmm.
and they weren't expecting that. Like, this don't. Mm-mm. I've done like in a match. I've never done a sunset flip, but practice you can pretty much do what you want. So you you work on stuff like that. And so when those moments happen, like when you want somebody of, in the business where they're up there a little bit and you want them to see something, you start bringing out those little things. Or I
Mm-hmm.
can do a sunset flip, or I can do a moonsault off the second turnbuckle. Like, you save those moments for when you need them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if I could moonsault off the top third rope, I wouldn't do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it may look great, but like, you save those moments. Like, if you're at a show and such and such is there, and you're like, I'm just want to keep myself in his eye. Let me do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just the fact we know how to do them. Like you
Yeah.
say, I can protect myself and protect the move itself, but when I do bring it out, don't get all "Ooh," ill fit about it.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy you say that as far as protection of certain moves and certain spots because when we I spoke with Two Cold Scorpio some time ago and he definitely said that you guys save those big moves for like certain moments. You know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
just don't go out there and you do the
And go balls
move.
to the wall. Mm-mm,
Yeah,
mm-mm.
he said he was explaining that that's kind of like the problem in today's wrestling. Like a lot of times they do these moves, simultaneously, and and a lot of those special moves become a part of their arsenal, but it's an everyday move. Like they don't make it, they don't save it for like a certain moment. But then you got people like Swerve who basically and they said it. They basically said it. Some podcast said it that you don't see the vertebraker that often, but when he wrestled against Kenny Omega, he did the vertebraker and put him right through the table, and everybody was like, "Oh snap!" Like when I seen, I was like, "Yeah, man, Kenny Omega's done," because I haven't seen him do that move in such a long time. You know what I mean? But when he
Look at the
did,
Canadian Destroyer.
yeah,
And I
that,
call it the Canadian Destroyer because Petey Williams was using it when I came across the move.
yeah,
Um, Now it's just a everyday
everyday
thing.
move,
I have
yeah.
yet to like Penta. He uses it, I think, as a finish, but like there were like for the longest, people were just using this as like a transition move into another move, or
Mm-hmm,
you know, I've been getting my behind whoop for so long. I'm gonna hit him with this move, which could be a finish, but I'm not gonna pin him. It's
mm-hmm,
just people kill moves. People
yeah.
kill moves. Don't do it if you're not trying to win.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree. I agree. Saving moves for a special moment is important, and that's why I mentioned Swerve because I know that move is in his bag, but I haven't seen him do it in like years. And then when he did that last night, I was like, "Oh snap!" And you know what I mean. And it gives you that shock. You know, gives you that feeling like, "Yo, like I haven't seen it in such a long time."
it
You
makes
almost
the move mean something.
exactly, and I feel like when you save those big moves for certain moments, it does mean something, and it kind of and you get that pop from the fans that you normally wouldn't get if you just use the move on a regular basis. You know.
Exactly. So when you hit moves like when you protect them like that, and you hit moves like that,
Mhm.
in people's mind, they now know that you can do it. So
Mhm.
they're waiting for it. And
Mhm.
you just make them wait, and you make them wait, and you make them wait, and then they forget about it. And then some big random show happens, and then you do it. And
Mhm.
then they're like, oh, I forgot he can do that. He did that so you just, it's the element of shock, man, element of surprise.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Like I already know. I mean, moves, big moves, saving them for a certain moment means more. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
No, y'all was talking about these moves being overused and stuff like that. And I know there's some people out there, people going might comment on it later on when this is posted. That's gonna say, well, one company does this more than the other, right?
Mhm.
So when you see these moves getting spammed, what does it say to you when they're no selling these moves at the same
Oh my
time?
jeez. Oh my. If somebody kicked you in your face, unless you're excuse me, like, unless you're high on something that just made your body numb, there's no way for you to not sell a move. I look at wrestling. Everybody says if you're in a real fight, okay, so why did you no sell my punch, or why did you no sell my kick, or why did you no sell this DDT? Um, it tears my nerves up, man. It just tears my nerves up. Like, I don't even like the fact like the move will get hit, they'll no sell it, do a move to them, and then sell, reminding people you just got hit with that move. That makes absolutely like where you get that kind of strength from. I mean, it's adrenaline. Yes, I get it. I've been in a car accident where I was able to get out the other side, the passenger side. At that moment, I didn't feel a thing. The next day, nah. So I don't like no selling, even from the bigger guys, because like I don't care if you are smaller than me. If you punch me in my face as hard as you can, whatever your strength is, no matter what, I'm gonna feel it. So even if I do a big no sell or some, I'm gonna give you something because I want to give you realism. I want to give you that might have hurt him or that phased him a little bit, but not as much as it should have been or whatever. But no selling, I don't like it. I do not like it at all. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So what
I love
about this
Sting. I
scenario? I
love
know we
Sting.
saw it. I know we saw it maybe I want to say 2018, 19 time frame where you had Brock Lesnar give a German suplex to Braun Strowman and Braun Strowman just flips up, stands up like nothing bothered him. Now,
Now
what
that's
about in
different.
that instance where they're portraying Braun Strowman this immovable object, this unstoppable force?
I get that. I get that. That's a little on a different spectrum because if that's the first big bump he's taken, he might be able to no sell that. You still gonna feel it. You gotta sell it, no matter whether it's a big sell and then coming into a no sell, or you sell it really big, but you get up kind of quick. You still have to sell people's moves. Two big men. If I give another big man, if a big man gave me a German suplex, I'm still all this weight that's coming down on my neck and my back. I still got to sell that, man. That's still gonna hurt. It may not hurt as bad, but it's still gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? So to me, no selling, especially when you done been 15, 20 minutes into a match and now you're no selling. What? That's why people look at
And
wrestling like, oh, it's fake, it's choreographed, and this because of those particular type of reasons. No selling. People not. No, you can't just. Mm-mm.
I'll
If
be
it's
honest
used
with you,
right,
that's
maybe.
right. And I'll be honest with you, that's at first that was one of the things that really, really, really grind my gears, really turned me off to AEW because they are notorious
They're
for
good
that.
for it. They're good
I
for
mean,
it. Oh my goodness.
bro, when I saw I forget who it was, I forgot what match it was. They hit a tombstone, and homie just hopped right back up like nothing happened. I'm like, wait a minute.
Where
When the
exactly?
Undertaker did this, nobody got up.
You might have seen somebody throw a shoulder up, but they're selling the move. They don't immediately get right back up. Undertaker don't go right back to that same move because, yeah, you got to no sell the fact that for a decade nobody got up from that move. So to have somebody throw a shoulder blade up, not entire kick out, they get up, raw. No, they threw it. They had enough strength to slide that shoulder up off the mat. That's when I like no selling. I like falsies. Those I live for those. Because even when I think it's done or it should be done, they get that shoulder up. Kevin Owens, when he grabbed the ring rope with his finger. Come on, man. That's when no selling or good selling is good. But like to completely take a tombstone and get up and what was that, Sting and the Young Bucks? They double super kicked them and nothing. Like, they've overused the super kick.
And that's not just AEW. I mean, WWE, especially if your name is Jay and Jimmy Uso, like,
It's just all you
come
hear
on.
is leg slaps, whap, 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 and then
Yeah.
a splash. I'm like, dude, the Samoans are known for kicking people in the mouth. Use it. Use it. You could win with it every once in a while. Use it. I don't get it. I'm just not a fan of no selling. Like I said, I love falsies. Just moments of, oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't see that. Seth Rollins is good as that. With the
Mm-hmm.
throwing a foot up on the rope at the right time. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens with the finger. Just, I don't know. I just don't completely not sell the move.
Who would you say are? I mean, you don't have to put them in any particular order. You don't have to give a top five or whatever the case may be. It's just like, give me some of your best sellers. Like, who sells moves the best to you?
Anybody?
Anybody? Just who do you feel is the best?
Seth Rollins is probably, and then I'm calling him Dolph Ziggler.
Mhm.
Um, you might not think it, but what's the kid's name? Austin Theory is really good at selling.
Oh yes, it is. Yes, he is.
Yeah, Austin Theory is really good at selling. Um, those are probably my top three. Those three
You
in
know who doesn't get
particular.
enough credit for selling? You know who doesn't get enough credit for selling?
Who's
He's a
that?
bigger name. Roman Reigns. I don't think he gets enough credit for his selling.
Roman's good. Well, I like people who like look like they about to die.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
I like those that like to die, and I'm like, that's so good. Oh, that's
I
so. You just
I
made that move look that much better.
I give y'all one too. I give y'all one. Orange Cassidy sells pretty good too. Orange Cassidy sells pretty good. Hell, even I, you know who sells good too? Swerve. Swerve
Mm,
sells real good too. I've seen him
mm,
do some stuff
mm.
sell, and I was like, "Yo, is he really hurt?" And then I was like, "Dang!" Like, so yeah, but Dolph would definitely be in my number one class. He would definitely
Orton,
be. And Orton too.
Orton, Orton's good.
Mm-hmm.
Orton's good. Um, yeah, man, that's what makes like I tell people all the time they want to like get in their stuff. I was like, if you make somebody look good, if you make somebody's finish or somebody's just trademark move look good, they'll look at you more than they'll look at the actual what just happened. Dolph taking spears and super kicks and different moves, man, and how he just sells. He
Javon
just like,
Evans sells good too.
oh man,
Javon.
like wrestling is to me a good 80% selling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen people forget the fact that their arm has been worked on the entire match, and now you lifting and tossing guys, and you don't reference that arm anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to remember all this. It's psychological. You got to make people believe that you know it still hurts, even though I'm on top right now. I'm coming back. My arm is still hurt.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true.
I got another one for you. I got another for you. Another popular word among the IWC, botch. What
Mm,
is your thoughts on
mm.
botch? Look
They're
at
gonna
that. Look at
happen.
that.
They're
Look
gonna
at
happen. They're gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
You can't avoid them. They're gonna happen. No matter how perfect you think you are as a wrestler, they're gonna happen. To me, the my key thing is about botches and messed up spots and stuff like that. Don't acknowledge them. Don't acknowledge them. Because if you're having a good match and then something goes wrong, if you acknowledge it, everybody else is going to acknowledge it. You just keep working past it. And maybe there's another spot that's going to overshadow that botch spot. And then there's those times where botches are common sense. Like, dude, why'd you do that? Like, that don't even make sense. If you know it's something you don't work on or you don't do in general, don't do it. Don't do it. Prepare for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some big guys don't need to try to do everything the smaller guys do because I've seen so many guys they get hurt or it just don't come out right. And you don't want to be the guy to have to tell them, hey man, just don't do it no more. Or just work on it for a little bit before you try it again. But everybody makes mistakes, man. Old and new. Botch.
you. You notice Brock Lesnar stopped trying to do that shooting star press after that one time.
That's all it
Oh
takes.
yeah.
That's all it takes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
McMahon came to him and said, don't do that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Stay on the ground, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it only takes one time, and he got a concussion off of that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he sure
Yeah.
And
did.
like, nah, I've had one. It wasn't even in the ring when I got the concussion, but I know what a concussion feels like. No, if that move gave me that, then I'm not doing it no more. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Concussions are not fun. I played football. Concussions are not fun.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't think I've ever blacked out that many times. Like, there's stuff I still don't remember about that night, but I'm good. I'm good. If I get hurt a certain way in the ring, I won't do it anymore. I That hasn't happened to me. Knock on wood, thank God. But if I mess up a move and I feel like I go to training and work on it and it still don't come out right, I'm just not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the best advice you can give somebody. If it's not working out, then
Well,
just don't.
just don't do it, man. Be safe. Just don't do it. But I want to do. Just don't do it. Do a variation of it. Just don't do that.
Yeah,
I
that's the point that should be well driven. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, I mean, the one thing that really bothers me when people use that word botch or make it fun, they're you getting online and Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, and they're making fun of these wrestlers or because they messed up a spot or something like that. I'm like, number
That
one,
happens. That
I'm not gonna be
happens.
the. I'm not right. Number one, I'm not. First off, I'm not that guy because I can't get in the ring and do half. Not even. I can't even do 10% of what you guys do in that ring. So who the hell am I to say to make fun of somebody because they messed up? Number two, this is like a live action movie. You don't get retakes in this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Whatever
No,
happens is what
keep
you see.
going.
yeah.
Just keep going. What was I was watching Raw? The tag title match, Usos and Alpha Male, I think it's
Oh
called, or
yeah, yeah.
and he was doing the worm
Tazawa and
across the
Otis.
ring. Yeah, and Tozawa went off on that hot tag. I don't when he hit the J run it back, and then he killed it. But like oh boy was doing the worm across the ring, and Jay slid in and missed the whole super kick, and they had to keep like he didn't get the full thing, but he got him with his knee. You got to keep going.
Hmm.
It's just people like you overthink things. I think this will look cool, but you don't realize this man is moving, and you're trying to pinpoint your foot to his face. So if it happened, that's one of the downsides to moves. Like you got to think them all the way through. But you don't. The match overall was great, but only I would say real fans or real wrestlers would understand. Like, oh, he messed up that kick. But fans who are watching it for the actual entertainment of it, they probably don't even remember that happening. So,
I honestly didn't even know it happened until I got on X and all those clowns on X are
oh
showing the
no, yeah,
missed kick and
yeah.
stuff
No,
like that.
I watched
I didn't
that
even know what
match,
happened.
yeah, and I was like, Jay, you missed him. Keep going,
Yeah,
So
not to cut you off, but I get annoyed with that because when the fans of the IWC do that, I get real annoyed with it. Like one particular big guy that I feel like they were getting on his case a little bit too much was Top Dollar. I felt
oh,
like
the badass.
yeah. I didn't like how they were getting on AJ Francis' case, and it really pissed me off because I'm like, well, you talking about a guy that's like 6'3", 6'4", whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he's performing moves. He's performing moves that he can actually do because we seen him do it on the Indies. It just so
Hmm.
happens that he missed a move or two, but now y'all holding it against him, and then
Only him again.
y'all actually did that to the point where now even the other promotion that he used to work for recognizing it, and they start pointing it out and making it seem like he can't perform these moves or he can't do this or he can't do that and making it seem like he's a bad wrestler. Now all of a sudden, fast forward now, he's in TNA. He had multiple titles and he's doing amazing things. All of a sudden, yeah, I'm an AJ Francis fan. No, you wasn't.
You was one of the ones who was bashing him, and I was
Yeah.
reading something somewhere where he was like, wasn't he like sick or something? He had like diabetes or something was up,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that happened, and then he went to the doctor, and that's when he found out all this information. So I mean, that could have played a factor in it, but it happened. It
Mm-hmm.
happens. It happens. Even if he never messes that dive up anymore, people will always remember, oh, you messed it up that one time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I let the internet talk. Like, I get it. I get it. Even when I seen like the J and the missed super kick, okay, we get it. He missed it.
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of the match? He missed it. Sometimes it happens. Like you're gonna mess. I don't care how long whether it's year 1 or year 20. Things happen. Things happen. I don't care what nobody say. That dive, uh, I think it was Shawn Michaels, the second career match where he pulled the cameraman in front of and it looked like Undertaker body got bent in half almost the other way. It happens. You just sometimes you gotta have people there who will protect you, who got you, who see things, who like, he's gonna be short. Let me step up a little bit. But man, them people behind their phone keyboards and actual keyboards, they just need something to talk about. That's all.
Yeah,
They're not as popular. They're lame in life, so they need something to talk about. So let them talk.
yeah, you spoke about protection. That makes a lot of sense because I've seen moves being performed, and when you watch wrestling for a certain amount of time, you start to see like certain things, and you start to notice certain stuff even before the move gets into its transition point. So I
I could
remember.
look at it. I could look at when a guy's running, he's getting ready to do a dive. If it's too slow, either they're gonna stop and do something crazy for the crowd or something like that. And sometimes they do dive, and sometimes they do make it. But like I look at speed.
Mhm.
If you're running, you're getting ready to do something. Like if something looks short, even though you get it done, I would still say, hey man, you should have hit them ropes a little harder, a little faster, so you can make clear that jump without almost hanging yourself on the rope or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
But you can, like you said, you can kind of see it. Go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no, you absolutely right, and that's when you see the other wrestler adjust on the fly. Like I can remember a few times where AJ Styles, for example, was about to perform the Styles Clash, and he noticed his opponent didn't have his head tucked properly, and he
Hmm.
adjusted the Styles Clash so that when he does it, he don't necessarily land on top of the head. You know what I'm saying? And then there was another time I believe where Logan Paul, Rey Mysterio was performing a move. I believe it was
Hmm.
Rey Mysterio, and Logan Paul seen it. And this was like when he wasn't what 6 months into his career,
What was
and
that? The DDT or
yeah,
where he? Yeah. And
it,
sometimes you see it.
mhm,
I don't care who you are, year 1 or year 20. You see it. You get used to see. Okay, he was a little short. Oh, he looked like he's going to be short. Let me just take a step forward, sail forward, and
mhm,
be there for him. That's
mhm,
all. That's all.
yeah,
It's just you got to protect yourself, and he'll respect you more for that. You know what I'm saying? Is he won't mind working with you later on. Like,
I
Your
agree.
I,
camera's a little high.
oh my bad. Let me sit this up. That better.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm,
Yeah. It's just you don't want nobody to get hurt, and you don't want to get hurt.
mhm,
So if it looked like this is about to happen or that's about to happen, yeah, let me do something to adjust.
mhm.
So yeah, help your guy out, protect him, man.
So, what is the hardest you've been hit?
Man, look, I done been hit. I tell people, hit me, hit me, hit me. I want them people to be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Or if something happens, um, like I still want them, even if I'm semi hurt, I still want them to believe like Aaron took that one. Yep, he took that one right on the chin. Um, I can fake you out. Me and Mecca Mercenary were tag team champions at CWF. We were wrestling the Dawsons. And the ending spot, I was supposed to take a chair in the face. And everybody's like, man, make sure you protect yourself. I was like, I got it. I got it. And the sequence is happening. And at the last minute, I got it done. I get in the back. Zane's like, man, did you get your hand out? Yeah, man. I'm good. I'm fine. You did not touch my face. So I know I'm not supposed to be telling the wrestling secrets, but you can see on television. So um yeah, protect yourself, but make it look good. Just make it look good. But yeah, that's probably The hardest. My very first chair shot was probably the hardest I've been hit. It don't feel good ever. I don't care how big your back is. None of that. It hurt. It hurt. It stings every time. And then you get somebody who knows how to swing a chair right. It still hurt. So yeah, no. That probably my very first chair shot was probably the worst I've been hit.
You mean to tell me you can't absorb that one
There's nothing you can
neither?
do. That's a steel chair. There's nothing you can do about that. They be like, yeah, just get ready. No, you got some ball bat swingers out here, and you just be like, ugh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I've heard some stories.
No, it was safe. It was safe, man. You good? Nah, it hurt, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It wasn't you. It's just it hurt.
Remember, they say wrestling
Yeah,
is fake.
nah,
Yeah,
yeah,
right,
nah.
right.
There's no way to. Mm-mm. I don't know what the difference between the WWF chairs and a real chair that I sit on, but yeah, that thing hurt. Mm-mm,
Y'all
mm-mm,
remember,
mm-mm.
they say wrestling's fake.
Yeah, I tell everybody to get in the ring for 5 minutes and do what I do. Keep it basic. You don't got to do nothing crazy. Keep it, but either you're gonna get blown up or you're gonna get yourself hurt because you think, oh, it's this, it's that. Yeah, it's it. But we take a toll. We're literally tearing up our own bodies. You won't last. I guarantee. You can crack all the jokes you want. It's fake. It's this. It's that. Okay. All right. Matter of fact, give me 2.5 minutes. You gonna quit. You gonna quit. Like I said, the chair shot is nothing that you can brace yourself for. Mm-mm.
What would you say was the most dangerous match you have been in as a professional wrestler?
Probably a last man standing match.
Yeah, a last man standing.
Cause
Wow.
anything goes in the last man standing, man. You all over the building, man. You get hit with 3, 4 chairs. You might get whopped with grandma's walker. So you're taking all the big bumps that night. Remember
Yeah,
those special moves? You pulling them out the bag.
yeah,
So,
right, right.
you know what I'm saying? Probably last man standing. Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason why I asked because I know like we talking about matches and things like that, a lot of people will say, Texas Death Match or Light Tube Match or things like that. They'll say things that involve what weapons, but if you saying the last man standing,
You still gotta wrestle.
you
You still
still
gotta keep
yeah.
that guy down. All those you're looking for whatever the matches, the Texas Death Rope and all that. You're looking for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But last man standing, you're using whatever you want to keep
Mm-hmm.
that man down. I gotta
It,
throw you down a flight of stairs. Guess what? We're gonna see if it worked.
man, well
You're
speaking
taking all the bumps, you're taking 17 different weapons, you're taking everything.
yeah.
So last man standing, you gotta get up.
Yeah, that's crazy how they will have these type of matches and then you still gotta perform. Like the match could be an hour, you still gotta perform through that.
And
You
you
could
done
be
been hit with
you,
everything under the sun.
you
Even
got
those special moves that we're protecting. You
yeah.
still got to get back up and work.
Yeah, like the adrenaline rush will have to be on 1,000 for you to like
It's the
and
crowd, man. It's the crowd. Like when they're cheering for you and you done been whooped from one end of that building to the other and you're still in there because you know you got to go that hour. Ah, man, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's the crowd. I feed off of that. I
yeah,
feed. That's where all my selling comes from. It's them.
yeah, it reminds me of when old ECW match. I forgot who was in the ring. I think Terry Funk was in the ring, and Terry Funk, and then they was throwing the chairs in the ring. They kept throwing the chairs, throwing the chairs, and somebody was actually buried under the chairs. I
Hmm.
forgot who it was, but it
I
was
remember
throwing.
that. And you know what? You can't even protect yourself from something like that. You just hope none of the chairs hit you in your head. That's
Mm,
it. You just cover up and let them hit you. So you want to get buried under them. So, but speaking of ECW, look at Spike. They used to what? Spike should have
oh
went through the mat sometime, man. Mike Awesome,
man.
they used to drill this mug, and he get right back up. He get
Oh,
right back up.
speaking of Mike Awesome, oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
The awesome bomb off the I was like, yo, why I seen I said, why did he
And
agree
Spike
to
was
that?
asking for this. Spike
Yeah.
asking for this. He asked Taker to choke slam him over the top, and Taker like, "No, I don't want to do that, man." He was like, "Yeah, I do this. Do that. Come on, man." Spike Dudley, they used to, I mean, fold this man up twice in one move. And I was like, bro, he still went 20 plus years doing that, man. You out your mind. So, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yo, it reminds me of Darby Allen too. Darby Allen takes the same type of bumps as Spike Dudley does.
Back to your sellers. My bad. I forgot Darwin. Who was that who belly to bellied him on them steps? Pac. Ain't no way. There's no way to like brace that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? And Darby done been in some bangers.
Man, I seen that. I said,
I would have
I,
been done. I'm
yeah.
good. Throw the X up. I'm good. I'm good, bro. You win. But you were supposed to go over. I don't want to. Mm-mm. I'm good.
Yo, I seen it. I was like, damn. I was like, yo.
Yeah. Spike's on that top sellers list. Darby Allen's on that top sellers list. Those guys, man. Whew. And then they just, you see them the next night and they're like, yeah, I'm fine. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This dude went through a
What?
dude went through a plate of glass, wrestled the next night. I was like what?
Sir. So that's to me, that's where the kind of stuff where everybody's like, "Oh, wrestling's fake." It's all about, man. Look, to me, if you did that to me, whether it was a good bump or a bad bump, I'm selling it the next day. Not because I am choosing to, and you done saw me in this auditorium and you saw me take that move, but it probably still do hurt.
hmm
I'm probably taking 2 ibuprofens, a hot shower, a quick shot, and I'm going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Yeah,
There's no way to. Wrestling is different. I will say that. Overall, it's different. It's some things you can protect yourself for. It's just some things you got to take it how you get it.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Go ahead, bro.
Chops. Talk to me about chops.
I used to suck at them. Those Ric Flair chops, I couldn't do them. Like, this sounds so stupid. It sounds more of a thud. So, back to somebody we spoke about, Keith Lee, who does the double hand. That way, I don't got to do 2 chops. I can just do one really big one. So, I mean, you get the fans going one more time. After you get a real good one, you get the fans to do one more time. Every so often I'll do 2, but most of the time I tell people I'm only doing one. One, my hands be stinging after that. But yeah, I'm not aiming to turn your chest red or no mess like that, man. I've seen like guys like Bret Hart get mad at Gunther because Gunther ripped skin almost, if you ask me.
hmm
And if you can make a man chest bleed with chops, you chopping pretty hard.
You, not to cut y'all off, but you know who? I've heard that Gunther's chops is not even the hardest chops. I've heard that Ilya Dragunov's chops is harder than that.
And man, everything about that guy looked like it hurt. So, and he's small. He's small, but like you'd be like, bro, come on, man. Jesus. When you got to turn your head and be like, bro, I can't even, so I've looked at people's chops, man. Sometimes like it gets a little excessive, especially if you chopping.
Mm-hmm.
But I think outside of Flair, I think one or two good ones in a match, or if that's a part of like how you come back, you don't gotta throw them excessively. Like that can't be your thing. You can't be known for just God, man. Chops just don't feel good. Mm. Even for me, even for me, if you give me two in the corner, you got me in the corner. You give me two, I'm moving. I'm so you don't think about doing it three, four, five more times. No, I'm good. Let's move around. Mm-mm. Chops just they sting, they hurt. Ugh.
So, how did you get the name the Rampaging Beast? Also, why I get it because you're a bigger guy and it's an
hmm
easier move for you to perform, but why the Samoan drop as one of your signature moves?
So to start with the rampaging beast, when I started getting like booked with Firestar, Kozone started the rampage, or when I first started out, period, it was the rampaging rookie. So I had to get out of the rampaging rookie moniker, and that's when the rampaging beast. I started calling myself Mr. Hot Tag because I love tag team wrestling. Like I love it. The Usos, New Day, and Cody and his brother used to have some of the best tag team triple threat matches ever, and it just be going, and I just be like, "Look at this, man! It's so good." But just it just transitioned into that, and it kind of just stuck with me. And I do a lot of screaming and yelling, and the crowd just seems to feed off of that, and I feed off of them. Um, Samoan drop is kind of universal, and I think after as a hot tag, when you've been sitting out on that apron for so long, and your partner finally gets to you, and you're back elbow, clothesline, da 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 da, and you finish it with that big Samoan drop. Oh man. And then it goes from, oh, that's a big move to you doing it to a bigger guy. Like maybe throughout the match, I'm trying to lift this bigger guy who's bigger than me, and I just can't lift him. And then when the time comes, I hit him with this big old Samoan drop. No matter what, even though it's a basic move, you're still gonna be like, he got him up. So I like the Samoan drop. It's just it. Mm, some people get slung, some people hang on. It's whatever you want to do. I've been given the Samoan drop. So yeah, I just like that move in general.
Do you ever how do you feel when you see like Jacob Fatu and Solo Sokoa do that pop up Samoan drop? Because
Oh, that
that
thing
seems
is
like
beautiful. Oh my god. Ooh, that thing is beautiful. The pop like it's timing. And some people just don't get it right and they just do it flawlessly. Like boom, you just no matter who they giving it to, flawless. And I just be like, that thing is pretty. Just to toss somebody in the air, they don't know what's finna happen, and then you get Samoan dropped. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
I mean, because the timing would almost have to be. It has to be like
You
perfect
gotta
timing
be
because he's coming
perfect.
down. You better hope your head is out of the way because some
All
of these
that.
dudes ain't small.
Man, look, you'll never like you can't look up and try to find them. Once you toss them in the air, you just have to be in position to catch them in that move. But you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't have no control over the guy that's in the air. You just know you tossed him up there. There's a Ethan Case. He had the pop up forearm, and I fell in love with that thing. He called it "Eat It." So when he pop him up in the air, he would yell "Eat it," and then the forearm would come, and that thing was beautiful too. So I use that for a little bit. I just like that pop up Samoan. It's just they do it right every time. I've never seen that move done wrong. And his I guess his uncles, the Jamal and Rosie,
Hmm.
they were using that move. That's the first time I had seen it.
Yeah. Umaga did
Three
it real
yeah,
good.
three
Yeah,
three
he did.
3 minute warning. I think they were when I first got a piece of
Hmm.
Umaga before Umaga, and he was doing it then. He did that thing to old lady May Young.
Hmm.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, diabolical.
You
Yo.
hear me? You hear me? Like, bro, that's an old lady. Why you do her like that?
Yeah, yeah, that was
But yeah, man,
diabolical.
I've always loved the pop up Samoan.
Yeah,
Oh man,
yeah, that was diabolical. Like, look, that gotta get the Shao Kahn laugh. That was crazy. Yo, he threw, yo, well, as
oh
soon as
like
you
that, and
said,
hit her with the.
yo, as soon as you said that, I was like, yo, he did do that to that old lady. I was like, oh my God, yo, that was,
I'm dude, crazy,
oh
crazy. Like, how
man.
you this lady 80 something? How you throw her up like that? But it's timing. That's how you know anybody can take the move, but it just you got to be able to give it, man, because you can mess it up. You can hurt yourself. Like I'm saying, you can't look up and try to pinpoint where he gonna be at. So
Hmm.
you just gotta one trust the guy you're tossing up, and two trust yourself. So,
Have you done
but
it?
yes, yeah, I can't get the pop up right. It's either I throw them too high, they shift in the air. I leave it alone. Because you also have to turn with it too,
Hmm.
because you're pretty much T. You got to turn to make sure you can hit the move, and I'm just like I can't get that right, and I'm the guy to look up and try to find you. So
After he just said you can't look up.
you can't look up. I look straight up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I tried it a couple times. That's why I don't do it.
So you mentioned that you love Mr. Hot Tag. You
Ooh,
love tag team
ooh,
wrestling. Let me
yes,
hear. Let me get your Mount Rushmore. So that's four. Let me get your Mount Rushmore of tag teams.
man. Y'all do not sleep on Goldust and Stardust. I'm telling you, do not go back and look at some of their matches. Dustin, even at an older age, could go. The Usos, when they first came around, they could go. Then you can tell they got a little older in age and got a little lazy sometimes. When they first came around, when they were trying to like make their stamp, oh man, the New Day was the same way. My top four, Jesus man, you asking a lot.
I, I'll
Ooh,
do you one. I'll do you one better. Five instead of four. Five.
mm, mm. Those three that I named, the Usos, probably Goldie and Stardust, New Day. Uh, I think they called themselves the Bar. It was Sheamus and what's your boy? Yes, yes, yes,
Cesaro,
yes,
Cesaro.
yes. And that man's got unbelievable strength too.
Hmm.
Um, who was that they were wrestling? That man came in and just went all around the ring, jumping on everybody, and then finished it with a like a splash or something. Uh, who else? That's
We don't
four.
just raise the bar. We are the bar.
You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? They were good. They were good. Um, that's four. Who's gonna be my fifth? I'll probably go old school. We'll probably say don't sleep on the Rockers, man. I'm a big Shawn Michaels fan. Um, so when they came out and how high energy they were, and that double fist off the top,
Hmm.
and I had a folder with them on, and they was like, "Who's the Rockers? Y'all don't know who the Rockers are."
Hmm.
Um, let's see, yeah, That's probably my top five. Those four teams and the Rockers. I hated to see Sean kick Marty through the mirror at the barbershop. I hated that with a passion. Yes, Sean became, that man, but I would have loved to
You can
see
say
where
it,
that.
the GOAT. You can say it, the
Yeah,
GOAT.
yeah, definitely. He's Mr. WrestleMania, of course. He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Um, yeah, that's probably my top five. That's
I would
probably my
have to
top
throw
five.
me personally. I would have to throw one team
Oh,
in there
wait,
that
wait,
was
wait, wait,
left
wait,
out.
wait, 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 whoa. How could I forget? Oh, damn. You could probably take the Rockers off and put FTR up there.
FTR. I was
That
gonna say the Legion of Doom.
eh, they were just big fellas who were brutes. I look for more than that sometimes. Like, yeah, if as a kid they might have been that, but like as I got to know wrestling, the Young Bucks and FTR's match where they were using everybody else's finish, I literally almost cried. That match was so good. And they're just pulling out. They pulled out the Legion of Doom's move. Like
Mhm.
they were using everybody's move that I watched growing up. And they made the super kick mean something. You don't see that very often no more. Nobody protects that move. So for them to finish with that move, I'm like, that's genius. Genius. FTR is definitely up there. Now, whatever order you want to bring those five tag teams into, FTR is probably second or third for
No
sure.
particular order. It's
No,
cool.
yeah. FTR is
Oh,
really like I just I like their selling. I like how they just ring psychology in general. I'm just like, man, look, y'all got to stop this. Just take my money now.
I would say Vince McMahon really messed up with them. Really messed up with them. Having
Vince
them in
likes
those
what he
comedy
likes,
skits.
and he just tries to entertain. But I'm like, sometimes you got to understand wrestling and entertainment. And those guys were wrestlers,
Well,
are
it was
wrestlers.
crazy. What's crazy to me is like it's almost like the older he got, the more he relied on those comedy skits. Like he understood in the early days, like the character, the Undertaker, has to be taken serious.
Right, exactly. Everybody
That,
else, just you went too far sometimes. But
yeah. I mean, he did have the Undertaker hang Mr. Bossman.
listen, he crossed some barriers. He crossed some
Like,
barriers. He crossed some barriers. Like just in general, like you almost like you was getting who said he was getting ready to embalm? Was it Stone Cold?
I
Had to
believe
get
so.
ready
Oh,
to
I forgot
stab
all
that
about
man.
that.
Yeah, like bro, you done some crazy mess in your dad. I'm like, bro, you stepping on religion almost, and you had Stephanie up here on the crucified on your emblem. Like, bro, you was doing some shit back in the day.
Yeah.
So, but like, yeah, he can mess up a good thing. I've watched it happen, and they go elsewhere and do good, or be on the indies and do good. Yeah, they don't make the money, but still, man, you get your freedom.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he was snatching away from a lot of these guys, man. And they had no creative control over what they wanted to do. And he would probably just be sitting there, well, let's throw this out there, try this and try this. And you're making them look like goofies. Like you
Agreed.
called Keith Lee, what was Keith Lee was a bear cat?
Yeah, Bearcat Keith Lee,
Get the
Bear
what?
Bearcat Lee or something like that. Yeah, it
What?
was
Just
some
let that
outrageous.
man be who he is. And he gonna bring you some money. But you want to make him some animal I ain't never seen before. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, is it a
Never.
Keith Lee thing? Because he went over to AEW and he started out well over there, and then I don't know. I understand he ended up getting sick. I get that, but he started
It just
declining
happens.
once the whole thing with Swerve happened, and it was, where you at? I understand you sick,
Sometimes people just
but
don't know what to do with you, and just instead of just saying that, and instead of trying to find something, you're just making me. Who was that? Triple H, who was getting all the heat for the whole click thing at the end,
yeah,
and he finally cut that promo with Jim Ross, and I
yeah,
think that was from the heart. Like you done had who was that? Oh boy, slop poured on you and all kinds of stuff, man. You getting embarrassed every week. That man cut that promo and took off. And I think that
yeah.
I don't think that was, oh, you're gonna talk about this, this, and that. No, I think he just went off script and said, look, this is what I got to say. And took off since then. That's when to me, that's when the game was born.
Um, I wanna switch gears for a little bit here.
Oh,
We are in February.
mhm.
We are in Black History Month. Our history.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, where do you see black wrestling today?
Oh man, it's come a long way. It's come a long way, most definitely. Like not even like the WWE champions, because I still think we still not there yet. Still not there yet. Like I'm not saying we're being held back, but it's great to see us as a people getting more TV time, getting championships, not looking like just somebody's each week I'm getting being a jobber or I'm just, and some people are okay with that, but like to me, we were getting the mess beat out of us to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much we made that other guy look good, but it's evolved, man. You're starting to see black world champions, and it's a good thing to see, man. We just equal opportunity. We're getting our shot. We're not trying to outshine anybody. We're just doing our thing. And if it gets more shine, then that's just what it is. We can't do, do anything about that. But like, I'm glad to see we're getting in the view of what we've been held back for so long. We've always had to, even as kids, we've had to cheer for, you know. But now we had a Kofi Kingston, we had a Big E, we had Booker T winning. I was there when he won the WCW title. You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's a good thing
remember
to see. It's a good
I
thing to see.
remember dropping a tear when Kofi won at WrestleMania.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely, absolutely. Everybody was on the train, man. Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody wanted that.
And then they
Everybody
didn't stop at
shedded a
Kofi
tear.
Kingston. Yeah, then they didn't stop at Kofi Kingston. Next was Bobby Lashley. We saw Bobby
Hmm.
Lashley hold it, and we saw Big
Hmm.
E take it. It was Big E that took it off of Bobby Lashley. So they went back to back on that one. So it's like,
There you go.
what about
There you go.
who do you see as a future? I know we've seen Swerve in AEW. I know Ricochet has a belt in AEW right now. Carmelo Hayes is the U.S. title holder. What else we got?
Jay Cargill's the women's
Jay
champion.
Cargill. Yeah, yeah.
The
Um,
woman's chariot.
so who do you see as a future champion?
I'm gonna be totally honest with you, man. And we mentioned him earlier, but Javon's got sky's the limit for him. He's good. He's good. He's good. He even if he doesn't, and I'm not limiting him to not winning the world title, but when he gets his first championship, it's just that's it. He's just gonna blow up from there. So I'm waiting for. He's probably still in his first, second year. I'm waiting for him to reach year 6, year 10. You know what I'm saying? there's no way you're gonna doubt this kid because he's a lot better than a lot of people right now.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And then you got Sean in your ear. You know what I'm saying? You had there's videos of you talking to Roman about your match, different things like that. You got too many good people in your ear. You keep working by year 6, year 8. You can't tell me that kid ain't gonna be no world champion. I don't care
Yeah.
what nobody say. I ain't doubting that. There's no way he's not a world champion.
I'm gonna throw you one more, and they are already doing a good job of building him up to be the monster that he really should be, and that's Obafemi.
Oh my goodness. I like Oba. I like Oba. That walk to the ring is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That walk to the ring is crazy to me because he be
Yeah.
on beat. But like I thought that was gonna when he did that, I thought I was like, oh, they finna kill him. They finna make him into one of those guys who's just a dancer or something crazy. But like that's just his symbolic walk, whatever it might mean, or whether it's part of his pad or his growing up or whatever. It's that walk. He just his promos like he's a just man. I like Oba. I like Oba a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, not to cut y'all off, to give y'all like, well, I wouldn't being
And we
be
forgot one trick.
yeah. Trick is another one. Trick is
Yeah,
another one.
trick. We need a trick every once in a while, man. We need that somebody we can relate to.
Yeah.
Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He got a little swag about him. Lemon pepper steppers. He got a swag. Everybody done said that. When you get your
Mm-hmm.
new fresh dresses, yeah, lemon pepper steppers. We need somebody who got that kind of swag. Like, because there's a lot of people who can relate to how he talks. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Or how he carries himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we need a Trick Williams. I think he would change the game as a world champion.
Mm-hmm. Um, so what I was gonna say was the overwalk, you know, being Nigerian myself, because my family's also from Nigeria, like
Hmm.
that walk is like a almost like a symbolic type of warrior type of thing. You know what
That's
I'm
what I
saying?
was trying to say, anyways. Yeah, like I could just when I first seen it, I thought it was finna be like, oh, he's gonna be a dancer or something. Kind of like how when the Usos first came around, they were doing their, Samoan dance. I hate that they got away from it because it was. I thought it was pretty dope,
Mm-hmm.
but they got away from that. Um, but his walk and the way the music is coming in, and he's doing this walk to it. I'm just like, that's crazy. And I forgot that he's Nigerian. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like it. I like it's
Nah, that
nothing
joint fire.
fancy. It's nothing like he trying to, as they say, bust a move and nothing like that. It's his walk. It's his
Mm-hmm.
walk.
Yeah, that joint is tough. I enjoy what Obafemi does so much because like not for nothing, he's transcending, like he's like representing Nigeria in a way that is not oftenly represented. Like we don't have too many Nigerian wrestlers. I can
Mm.
name some because I'm a wrestling fan, but overall we don't have too many Nigerian wrestlers. I mean, we got Apollo Cruz, we got Omos, we got Obafemi. At one point we had this other dude, I forgot his name. He actually was in WWE, but he never got a chance to get on TV. They called him Kilimanjaro. He was another one. Then they had we had a few dudes that were Nigerian that were in NXT, but
Mm-mm.
to have him and Omos and Apollo and dang, why did I forget Moose? Moose is Nigerian too.
Hmm. He was
Yeah.
just speaking on it. They were. Um, he was saying how it would be a good thing if they put all those guys together. It was Apollo Cruz, him, and Oba.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? But see, they wouldn't know how to. to me, you got to be Nigerian or close to it or of that black descendant to understand what to do with them. Because what you going to do? What, turn them into the nation, a domination?
Yeah,
Like, we've seen that.
that's what I wanted to ask you. Do you feel like it would be helpful for for companies to have at least one or two, maybe three black or culture insightful, type of writers that know how to like produce content for us?
Who know what to do with us? Because,
Exactly.
man, what? And it's not even no race type of thing. In order to know us, you gotta understand us. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta beat us. You gotta know what we done came through. You gotta know what we done been through. You gotta know
Mm-hmm.
where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So we ain't all just ebonics and sagging and all that, man. Some of us are actually know how to put on a suit. Some of us know how to tie our own tie. Some of us know how to actually dress and talk with some sense. Some of us don't have records. Some of us are not felons.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand us. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I think these companies do need somebody, and those wrestlers can help the writers, and will make it a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they're not trying to figure out. No, yes, I 100% agree that these companies need somebody. You know what I'm saying? Who's in tune to write. You know what I'm saying? In
Who
tune
would
with
you choose for
us.
the WWE?
As far as to like write for us, or
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hmm, I don't know. Hmm.
and personally,
Booker
I'm
T.
not
Booker
Nigerian.
T.
I'm not
That, that's
Nigerian or anything. Yeah,
that's
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 who I
one
was thinking
guy.
was Booker T.
Booker T. Because he's in tune. The man from H Town. He's from Texas. You can hear him when he's commentating. You remember the episode of NXT when they brought Sexy Red on there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Booker T act all the way black that night. That man lost his mind. When they got the camera on him, my man grabbed his nuts and was rocking. I'm like, yo, Book, definitely. Definitely. Because I don't
I
think he'd
think
make a joke out of it.
that part.
It
Yeah.
would be a more serious, like, bro, we can be funny, we can be entertaining, but like, we can get down with the get down to, you feel me? So,
So that leads me to ask you this. So do you fear, like mentioning Booker T, do you fear that Booker T is getting a fair shake as far as like, the criticism that he's getting as far as like his commentating? Because I spoke about it a few days ago on the
mm,
pod with my brother, and then I also spoke about it again on my individual pod. And I explained to him, although I don't agree with everything Booker T says, you know what I'm saying? I do feel like he transcended a lot for the sport of professional wrestling, for the culture. And I do feel that if it wasn't for him and a few other guys, like a lot of the black talent from NXT and other promotions wouldn't get the fair views that they're getting right now. Because I feel like
absolutely.
I feel like when I feel like because of how he approaches his commentating style with the comedy relief and things like that, and then people try to tend to like throw shade because of the fact that he's being too funny and he's doing this, he's doing that, the whole, him being a company guy. So they tend to forget that although like he's doing some things that we don't agree upon, but he still should get his fair share and shake of what he has done for the sport in general, as far as like the culture, you know what I'm saying? And, you know,
Booker T has not only put wrestlers in WWE, listen to how it's transcended commentary wise.
Mm-hmm.
You can now like outside of JR, you know, you don't really care too much for the commentary. You can mute it and still watch wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But now you look forward to it because Booker T is commentated. And
Mm-hmm.
you ain't got to worry like Booker T give it that we look for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I like Booker T where he's at. Booker T
Mm-hmm.
has done a lot for us. Not only he's putting guys and women in the business, but like he's still in the business. He realized when his time was up. I think the last Royal Rumble he did, he was like, "Yeah, that's it. I done
Mm-hmm.
got too old. I get it. I'm gonna just help. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna put my stamp on the business and help bring in more talent." You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Booker T's that guy, and he was one of the Harlem Heat. What?
Mm-hmm.
How did I forget them?
Mm-hmm.
That man, the Harlem Hangover was a front flip leg drop that I'd never seen him botch ever.
Yeah.
Scariest looking move I ever seen in my life. Like, bro, you front flipping, you don't have no idea where you're going, and you're trying to complete a leg drop.
Mm-hmm.
That's money every time.
The
I have
only
not heard of anybody else getting hurt with that move.
The only other person that was doing that move, and they kind of did the move at the same time, because they both kind of came into the business almost at the same time, was
Hmm.
Two Cold Scorpio. Two Cold Scorpio was doing a variation of that move too. And you know who else was doing that move too? And people forget, Psychosis was doing that move too. Psychosis. When he was in ECW, he performed like two variations of that move, and I seen him do it. And he did it. And Psychosis is not a small guy neither. He's pretty tall, and I seen him do it too.
Man, look, them WCW when the Luchas would go at it,
Mm-hmm.
bruh, they could just go.
Mm-hmm.
They could just go. I could look at them now and be like, some of this stuff don't make sense. Why you do that right there when you could have did that earlier? That kind of thing. But you just be like, bruh, Psychosis, Juventud, Rey Mysterio,
Mm-hmm.
La Parka, all
Yeah,
like
La Parker was
these are the
my
guys
guy.
with the
With
he
a
had a
chair,
walk.
like
The minorities, we deserve our chance now, man. We've
yeah,
been doing way too good for too long to not get acknowledged more
yeah,
broadly. You know what I'm saying? So again, yeah, everybody deserves their flowers now. Booker T is definitely one of them, and he should be a writer. So when those guys are like, "Hey, we should do this with this guy," he should step in and be like, "Nah, dog, we ain't do that. That's not us. Let's
mm-hmm.
tweak it and do this. This is more us."
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you keep our eyes on the business.
Do you think they will allow him to do something like that? Because a lot of people tend to think that, because he's a company guy, if he was to infuse his ideas of what he thought us should do in professional wrestling, that they won't even allow him to get that far. A lot of people would probably say that Triple H won't even let him get to that point. You know what I mean? Because of their history, past or whatever like that. So do you think that if he was to transition into that role at some point of his career, they will allow him to to lay off that other stuff and just be that voice for the culture inside the WWE or any promotion period?
If you smart and you want money, yeah, you better.
Mm-hmm.
You better. You better. Like, why not? What's the worst that could happen? He be wrong?
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on now. I don't see that. Like, even he got common sense to be like, nah, I better not do that. But Triple H ain't perfect. Hunter's not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. He's botched a bunch of stuff. And I'm talking about like not wrestling wise, but like as far as booking purposes.
Yeah.
How we think things should go out to make more sense and he do something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
I.e., let's start. I thought I was gonna like I get what happened, but look at the John Cena thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was expecting John to go out like a G. Even if he got pinned, they was expecting him to go out like he was the man, and the way he just gave up. But I get it. He had not been giving up all of his career. So finally, there came a time where that man just had to give up. And that's what made me stop crying. Because I was like, oh my God, John Cena, we ain't going to see this no more. And then the end of the match happens, and I'm like, you gave up. It kind of made me mad. But I think there's so many ways. It was smart, but there's so many ways you could have went about that. Um, I just, Hunter's doing okay, but I just don't, he's not in tune with everybody. But like you keep seeming to bring in these guys who are a part of the culture. And sometimes you don't know what to do with them.
Do
Y'all
you?
heard what's that? The Kevin Nash comment about Javon, Mr. Bojangles.
Mm-hmm.
I said you want him to be more. I get what he was trying to say, but like, bro, you just chose the wrong words because you don't understand the culture.
Exactly, and we said the exact same thing. I even will go as far as saying, even though I know what he meant and what he was trying to say, and even though he's been like one of those guys that stood up for the culture and stuff like that,
Hmm.
I would even go as far as saying that he probably ain't the right person to voice that. You know what I'm saying? Because
I just think he should have chose different words. Like a lot of people don't know who Mr. Bojangles is.
yeah, that's true.
So
That's true.
you gotta clarify what you're saying out the gate if you finna come out your mouth that way.
Yeah,
Because you thinking Javon is just this kid who listens to only this and he yes sir that kind of no man like Emma bringing the whole slang term to the television,
yeah,
catch you laughing and all that. Like, bro, come on now.
yeah.
That's him. That's Javon. That's how he talks.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for you
I
to come
like
out,
it.
I just wish.
I
I
like it.
love it. I
I
love
like
it.
it. That's my
That's why
guy,
he made
man.
that comment. When you make comments like that, you don't understand it.
Hmm.
I want him to be more urban. What is, bro? No,
But but
stop.
but but that's what I'm saying. Like, if he understood, he would know that that's urban. That's what we do. That's what we do back around the way, around the hood. Like, that's how we talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if he and not for now, I'm not trying to take no type, because you know what I mean. I like Kevin Nash, but what I'm just saying is that, like, I feel like when you have a platform like he has and you have a voice like he has, before you even go out there and comment on something like that you know
Understand
is,
what you saying.
yeah, and you know it's
Or
gonna
put yourself
gaslight.
in our situation so you
Mm-hmm.
understand why we talk like that.
Yeah. So, like,
You know?
so I'll rephrase it. I'll say, like, all right, I'm not gonna say he's not the right person to say it, but maybe before you go out there and comment on something like that, especially when you're in the climate that you're in right now, as far as what's going on in the world, yeah, maybe
Mhm.
you should be like, oh, okay, let me phrase it this way so it don't seem like I'm coming off kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
And like, when I read it, I was like, I get what he's trying to say, but
mm,
like, you did not say that right, player. Like,
yeah.
snatch that back. You had to. You even went and apologized when
Mhm.
everybody knew what you were trying to say. You wanted more of what he is now, but you thinking he's like the yes sir kind of guy, and nah, dog, nah.
But
If
I
wrestling
don't
didn't
think
have
his
no
apology
filter,
was sincere. I didn't think his
I don't
apology
think it
was
was
sincere at
sincere
all.
neither. He didn't want the heat from all of that.
yeah, that's
Like
what I was
you
getting ready to
got
say.
people of the culture coming at you like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about, dog.
Hmm.
Have you listened to this man talk? It's not proper English all the time. You got to understand the talk, the lingo, in order to,
I
you
mean,
know
he
what I'm
young.
saying?
He ain't gonna talk like some of us older guys talk. I mean, I'm
Right.
40. You just say you 40. He 50 over there. He ain't gonna
Ah,
talk
here
like
he
us.
go, man. Here he go, bruh. Here
What
he
happened?
go. Yo, he got. Yo, you know what's
He
funny,
50
right?
over there.
You know what's
What
funny
happened?
about this joke, right? he really got people thinking that I'm 50 years old. Like I really got messages
You
be like, "Yo, bro, you 50 for real? Oh, yo, you look good for 50." I'm
aren't
like,
you
"Yo,
50?
bro, I'm not 50, man. I'm like 40. I'm like 43. Like, you know what I'm saying? But hey, listen, if I'm 50, you know what I'm saying? I look pretty good for 50 because I've seen some 50-year
Bro,
olds
hold on.
nowadays and
You told me you were 50, bro.
yeah. See, folks, don't believe this guy. We all in the same age bracket here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 50, but if I am 50, look who has the gray hairs and look who doesn't. That's all I got to. And this ain't just for men neither. This is all
Let me tell you something.
minds.
Hey, my wife loves my gray hair, so you better leave it alone.
Hey, it's all good.
As she should. As she should.
As she good. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying this is not just for men's. You know, this is all me right here. This is all me right here, you know. I would go tell my wife to come pull my beard, but she's sleeping, so you know what I'm saying? So, I can't
Yeah,
do
yo. You know what? I'm gonna give you two more names who I think would be good to write for us. I'm gonna say Big E and R Truth. I mean,
Our
because
truth, yes.
if you need somebody to come up with something funny for you, why not R
Our
Truth?
truth is good. Yeah, boy. Boy, that night he slapped who was that? Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I did that, dog.
Yo, that joke was funny as hell. That joke was funny. Yeah. Yeah, that was just
And then
hilarious.
today he's talking about how Nick Aldis got his and Damian Priest balls mixed up.
Tripping. He
Yo,
said that man got into the limit saying he ain't even touch no balls. Wait, what?
yeah,
How
he's
you feel
funny.
about that?
R
First of
Truth is
all,
something else.
Yeah. What about Xavier Woods? I heard Xavier Woods is pretty smart when it comes to his writing and stuff like that. Do y'all think Xavier Woods would be pretty good for the for backstage as far as us?
I'd give him a shot. I'd give him a shot. I'm not saying he not. I'm not saying he is. But you can listen to a person and know if they're, you know what I'm saying.
That's the yeah.
He's he's gonna tap into a lot of the younger crowd. I will say that
hmm
of the culture,
hmm
the video games, the anime, which I do both of them too. But
hmm
he'll tap into the younger crowd.
I
I
think he's
think it's
already
a
doing
good
that
three,
now.
4, 5 man team of cultured writers is what businesses need, what these companies need.
Yeah, I think he's doing that right now though with the up down down thing that he got on
Yeah,
YouTube, which I think is a dope pod with the video games and stuff like that. So yeah, yep. Uh, go ahead, bro.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, Big E loves his big meaty men.
when I first saw that, and that man was in tears, and I was right behind him, like you can have your 5 star man. Man, look, I was done. I said, yeah, yeah, he got it. He got it. He's two big meaty men slapping chest. What?
hey, yo, he's the only one. He's the only one that can say that and get a pass, yo. Cause
and
anybody
get a
else say
pass
that. Cause
because
anybody else say
he a
that
big
is
meaty man. Like you couldn't be like a smaller guy saying that because
yeah,
then it'd be like that's kind of weird.
yeah,
But for him of that stature to say that and make it funny to where anybody can laugh at it, yeah, yeah.
yeah. He's the only one that can say that and get a pass. Cause you catch anybody else saying that, you like whoa, brother.
Hey,
What
hold
you
on,
say?
sir.
What
Pause,
you say?
pause, pause, pause.
Time out, time out. No Diddy,
Don't worry
no
about that.
Diddy.
Just skip that. Right, no Diddy. Like for real. Like what? You want to see what?
Like, yeah, man. But yup, he's like one of the few guys. Like he said, it don't sound crazy or nothing like that. You know, that's just him being funny. So like, you know, like yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. I wanted to ask you this. Let me go to it. Okay, so the style of the big man has evolved from the '80s immovable object to the modern athletic tank, which we spoke about, right?
Hmm.
Who is a classic powerhouse you studied, and what is one modern small man move you've adapted for your own arsenal? You have adopted for your own arsenal, sorry.
Uh, when I first was starting out, I studied people like Yoko, Vader, the One Man Gang, Bad News Brown. I watched all the older guys, man, and then like I started watching wrestling as a with a totally different eyesight, and I was like, man, these guys is backflipping and doing dives and all kinds of other stuff now. Like I'm behind. Like even as a wrestler, I'm behind. Like I got to be able to move around and do certain things in order for people to look at me. But now it's like I said, it was Keith Lee from the Indies. It's you don't see him. Like it's every once in a blue moon. How kind of like basketball gets that one player who just does it all the time. Like you had your Jordan, you got your LeBron. Now you got who's up next. You know what I'm saying? So it's rare when you get a guy like that who can um just go. Obafemi is one of those guys. He don't gotta do no dives, nothing like that. He works with all the smaller guys. Him and
Yeah.
Javon put on a showcase, and that's two different styles right there. So while Javon's doing this thing, Oba has to keep up with that. You know what I'm saying? So he might not be doing his standing still or moving around slow and methodical. Like he might have to do a little running. He might have to chase after this guy. So that's what I say. Like it doesn't have to be, oh, he's doing flips and this, that, and cartwheels. And no, it could just be he's moving more. He's having to adjust to keep up with what's in front of him. And that was my thing. Just being able to keep up with instead of having what I was trying to think of the word squash matches all the time. You know, because sometimes you'll drive a distance and they're trying to build you, and you're just having 2-3 minute matches, and you done drove 4, 5, 6 hours. Like, come on, bro, we got to do something different here. And then my thing is, you make me look good, I make you look good. That's the even trade. You know what I'm saying? I'll make any of your moves look good. You make mine look like it's just give and take, give and take, give and take. So
Yeah, I
while it
agree.
had it doesn't have to be anything major like doing dives or jumping off the top rope or anything like that. It's just the fact that you're able to gain speed or keep up with this guy who you know is super faster than you. Excuse me, is super faster than you. So that's the transition. Like the '80s and the '90s, when you see a big guy, you automatically knew like, yeah, he's gonna squash this guy. He's gonna sit on him. He's gonna splash on him. He's gonna do this. But no, now is man, these big guys are hanging. We might be breathing a little hard, but you know, we gotta let you know, like, bro, it ain't nothing too much I can't do. It's a lot that I can't do, but I'm gonna try it. So
Right. Man, I agree. I agree 110%. I definitely agree with you. The evolution, because I know the topic of discussion for most of our talk was, the evolution of a big man, and it's the truth. You know, you just don't see the typical big man no more. You see the guys like in sports in general. You even look in the NBA look at Zion Williams when he first came into the league. Dude was dude was like at least 300 pounds, but this
He was
dude was
solid. He had to drop that weight, but
he,
he still moved. Like you ain't gonna step in front of him if he coming down court.
hell no. That's
He
not
ain't
that
finna
wouldn't be
get in.
smart.
He can have that. That's an easy bucket for him because I'm
Yeah.
finna move. I'm not trying to take no charge, no none of that. I'm
Yeah.
moving.
Yep.
I'm moving because I know that that's a freight train. Same thing with LeBron.
Mhm.
He done slimmed down in his own little way because that man used to be a walking wall. You
Yep.
ain't finna get in front of that man and try to make that block. If you do, kudos to you. But
Yeah.
I bet you when he come again, you won't do that.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
you probably still felt some mess trying to block that dunk. No, man, it's just sometimes you might have to drop a little weight and become smaller.
Mhm.
Not to where you're not so much a big man anymore, but like you just you know what I'm saying, keep up. That's at the end of the day, you just gotta be keep up. And everybody's like, oh, you could, work a little slower or do that. I don't want to do that, man. Cause like I say, being stagnant. Like you one way your whole career, and everybody's gonna see it. They're
Mhm.
gonna be like, "Oh, he don't do nothing. He's boring." No, I don't want you to think like that with me.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
want you to be like,
I agree. I agree 110%. Just the evolution in general is changed. So, as long as you're adapting and changing with times, you're always going to be able to keep up with the trends and whatever like that. And I actually feel like, the evolution of a big man is going to keep evolving, keep evolving. I think it's going to get
Mhm.
to a point where it's not going to be surprising no more, and then we're going to have to see something else come in that's going to change that trajectory. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like after a while, it's not going to be surprising. Like right now, we still in the surprising phase because we're getting more and more guys that are big but can do crazy moves. I feel like
Mhm.
in another 10 years, like it's gonna evolve into something totally different. Like, what I mean, we might get something totally different. Even on the women's side, you're starting to see, more athleticism from the women that you normally wouldn't see, because if you look at it from like years ago, it was all about, just the women looking good, like, what I mean, the bra and panty matches and stuff like that. It really wasn't serious wrestling. And then
Right now it's that. You
hmm
know what I'm saying? Like
hmm
there was a time where I could care less about a woman's match.
hmm
Now I know I can sit and watch a
hmm
woman's sit and watch a woman's match. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Without having to be like, all right, I'm going to the kitchen to get something to drink or something to eat.
hmm
Now it's like, you girls done got good. I'm waiting on the day old girl ponytail get ripped out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
hmm
like, cause they be tugging.
they
And
do.
then she be hitting people with that thing. Well, obviously, see what I'm saying? That's the culture.
hmm
Why would you not use that as a weapon? But I'm waiting for that thing to get pulled out one day.
hmm
One match, because whoever putting it in there is locking that baby.
hmm
But watching her work, oh man, like these women now, and they still are trying to get that big word across. Because with Nia Jax,
hmm
you know what I'm saying, they just still try to keep them basic. We make big goofy mistakes and things like, bro, no, stop. Let our culture work.
hmm
We'll surprise you. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Go ahead, bro.
There's another big man that's from around your way.
Who's that?
That that's from around your way. He goes by the name of Rayhan.
hmm I've worked with Rayhan.
hmm
Um, he's very talented in and out the ring. I've watched him go through many, many different phases, like even the scary scarecrow mask and just different. Like he's really good on the mic. Jesus Christ. Um, he's awesome in the ring. Another big man, we don't have him right now, but TDT. Um, He's another one of them backflipping off the top rope guys. And I've been under that moonsault, so I can tell you that this man is. It's not a float over like you know how you see some people backflipping it's off to the side. Nah, this man's backflipping. He's got a crazy frog splash. Like you just everybody puts doubt because of size. You cannot doubt us. You don't know what we can do, and then when we do it, you still don't like it because the fact that we can do it.
What
So.
about Bojack? Bojack.
Ah man, I got to get BoJack in the ring.
Bojack.
If
That's
you
a
ever
big
get,
name.
have you had BoJack on your podcast yet?
No, but
I've
we
reached
When you
I've
we
reached
start
out
to.
to
when
him
you
and I haven't
do,
heard
you
from him.
let him know that Biggs wants a piece of that action. BoJack is good. BoJack is good. Like it used to be a time where like I didn't want to wrestle big men because I felt like we were both limited. But as I got, we'll say better, I realized that we could do a lot. We could do a lot with just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to BoJack. Definitely one on one. Definitely one on one.
You heard
Yeah,
it first. You heard it first. He definitely wants to shoot the fade. Bojack, you gotta come on the show. Listen, enough said.
Old school versus
listen,
new school. Hey, listen. Yeah.
I've reached out to BoJack. I've reached out to him. I haven't heard back from him yet, but we trying. We trying.
Good kid, man. Very good kid. Again,
Him and
another one.
Calvin Tankman.
Oh yeah,
Calvin
yep.
Takeman is another one. I love his strongman style, but yeah, he's another one who's on my list. Um, I've watched him, YouTube stuff or something coming across social media. Yeah. He's like, I don't know, more physical version of Yaya. It's just he's grounded more. Um,
Yeah, yep, definitely.
but yeah, Calvin Tankman is definitely on a list too. I've been kind of quiet since I've gotten older. Um, but just I don't want people to sleep on Biggs. Please don't, because I'll wake you up. I'll wake you up.
All right, all right. So, with you being out in North Carolina, have you done any work with Ashe Wrestling?
Uh, I have not, and I know that Darius is like I said. A lot of the promotions now, and I'm not saying nothing negative. They want the either their select few or who's out there doing things and stuff like that, and that's fine. I get it. Um, but I haven't done anything. I've been meaning to get out to a show whenever he starts running again. But um, shout out to Darius Lockhart. I've watched him grow as a wrestler. Um, but no, I haven't done any work with him yet.
They actually have a show coming up next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, next month.
Okay.
And they actually are working at a new venue, still in Charlotte, because they used to work at Slingshot.
Mhm.
But now they're working at a new venue. I can't remember the name of the venue, but yeah, it's supposed to be pretty good. So they'll be doing that in March if you want it. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there to get to Charlotte.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
said you want to
I
get
got
to
to
a
get to
show.
Charlotte. I love Charlotte. Charlotte's yeah. Um, yeah, I got to get out there to a show. I know. I used to tag with Chris Lee, who's one of the commentators. Um,
He goofy too. He goofy.
yeah, Show Smooth is definitely goofy. I just saw that man win an Emmy.
Yeah, he did. Yep. Yeah, he did. I forgot to share that to you, Dub. Like he did. He just won an Emmy.
Chris
Yep.
Lee just won an Emmy, man. Like I remember we were tagging, and then he started. He said, "I got to get the job with WXI," and due to lock likeness and all that, he couldn't wrestle. And I said, "It's cool, man. Wrestling's always gonna be here, even if you can't wrestle." And then umpteen years later, I see this man on television winning an Emmy. I'm like, whoa. So I love you,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Shout out to you too, man. Always. Um,
Yeah, between him and Big Swole on commentary, They they crazy. Them
Mm-hmm.
two crazy.
I love Vic Swole too. She's just she's funny to me. She's very God, I haven't seen that face in a while. Um, but yeah, I gotta get out to Charlotte. It's been a while since I've been back out there, period. Like in general, just to have fun or whatever. I hadn't been to Charlotte in a while. But I definitely want to get to one of those shows. And I'm sure I got and a lot of the guys that I see, even if they're not from North Carolina, I have seen them um, wrestle before. So I'm sure it'll be an entertaining show.
So, as we come to a close, with you being 40, in your 40s,
Mhm.
what else do you have left to accomplish in professional wrestling?
I just want to help other people. I have nothing else to accomplish. I've wrestled in different states. I achieved my dream of just becoming a professional wrestler. I think I started too late as to want to get on television. It's of course everybody's goal and dream is to make it big, but like I think I started too late, and then I started having kids. So I really wanted to slow down. But just helping out others, giving them advice, watching the matches. You know, if they want to work, we can work. But that's my goal. That's where I'm at now. I just want to help others. I don't want to take all I want out of it and then walk away. I still want to always be, a voice somewhere. Hey, can you watch my match? Hey, can you do this? Hey, help me learn this, So I'm not that guy who's like learning all the stuff and then gatekeeping. I'll share what I know, what I should have done, what could have worked for me that may work for that person. But so I've gotten all I've wanted. I filled my heart with wrestling.
Do you have you officially retired?
Uh-uh. We don't retire. What? Flair still want to
Mm,
wrestle. That man like 80. No,
80
we
years
don't
old,
retire.
bro.
We don't retire. I bet you Cena pop out one more time. I bet you AJ pop out one more time. No, we don't.
I,
I mean, unless we like for them, maybe. But if I officially, when I'm ready and I say it, and somebody be like, "Hey, just one more time," I still might do it because it's once you get the bug, man, you can't get rid of it.
I think AJ will go at WrestleMania, honestly.
Count on it. Somewhere, there's ain't no way, ain't no way. He tried to put them gloves down and was like, "Nope, nope, nope. This ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't the right one. It felt good, but this ain't the right one."
I just think with Monday coming up, they're doing this whole tribute show because they're going to be in Atlanta. I think they're going to start trying to set something up for WrestleMania for
I'm
him.
telling you. I'm telling you. It's just to me. I see Cena one more time. I don't know where, but I see Cena one more time. All these guys, man, they swear up and down they retire, but unless your body is physically telling you, like, "Hey, buddy, I don't want to go no more." But AJ, 40s and whatever, however old he is, was still getting
40,
out there doing
48, 49.
springboards, and you know what I'm saying? Still getting out there doing springboards. So it may at that age it may be, but I still foresee that man can go.
I think I can honestly say that I feel like Cena's done. Only because it was about a week or two ago, they showed him trying to get out of a limousine and he
That's
was
where I was going next. That's his stand is like it's shortening almost like he's shrinking just about, but it's hip. Like bro, you were picking up Big Show. You were in the gym deadlifting or squatting 5, 6, 8, 700 pounds. For what? How many times you had to pick up the Big Show in your whole career, if you counted? How many times you had to pick up the Big Show? Why? That's why I say I've never seen anybody just in regular life tear their pectoral muscle. Like when Cody came on screen and took that jacket off and his chest was purple. Like,
we.
how you do that, bruh? In there trying to bench press, which you don't know. Your body ain't made for that. They're gonna tear. They're gonna rip. They're gonna no, bruh. Wrestling has some weird injuries, and they nag too. They don't go away. They nag.
Wasn't it Vince McMahon doing something in the ring and he tore both his quads?
Yeah, yeah, he
Got
was.
right in the ring. Got in. Shane, another one. You running the spot and it messed up your whole Kevin Nash. What's wrong with y'all legs? Cause y'all in the gym trying to squat 800-900 pounds. Like it looked cool. Don't get me wrong. It looks great that you can do that. But your body ain't made for that. Your muscles are just they ain't made for that.
Yeah, I would
It
think
just
not to cut you off, but I would
go
think
ahead.
that being that you're that active in the ring anyway, and you're lifting. Technically, you're lifting weight in the wrestling ring anyway. That you would like when you're in the gym, you would do smaller weight with just higher
Just the
repetition just to save your body from all the stress, because that's what I do. I don't do the heavy weightlifting no more because I know already like my body's not gonna be able to take it like it used to.
you know what I'm
Here you
saying?
go, here you go, here you go.
One wrong lift and you finna shred the inside of your like, bro. You this is just abnormal injuries.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
that man had to go have Cody had to go have surgery right after that. Like
Hmm.
you shouldn't even got in the ring if you knew your chest looked like that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Triple H, who's that? Didn't he tear his quad in
Hmm.
the Jericho match? And Jericho turned around and put him in the walls of Jericho. I'd have fought that man when I got into that. I would have fought that
Yeah.
man when I, bro, you crazy?
Yeah.
He, if you don't get to me, I'm gonna be real about it, and people are probably gonna hate me for this. You don't get no cool points for finishing no match, and your whole quad is torn off the meat. They're like, bro, no, nah, go on, toss that X up, bro. I'm done. I don't care what you say after that. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna keep like you know how far that could have went.
Yeah.
Like, nah, mm-mm, mm-mm. People dislocating their shoulder. Now, dislocation is a little different. You can pop that back in place, but it's still hurt.
Hmm.
Like, not a normal hurt. That hurts. So, no, yeah, you don't get no cool points for he ripped his quad and he finished the match anyway. Yeah, it was going to the end anyway, so it's not like he went a whole nother 30 minutes doing that. But nah, mm-mm. Bruh, end it before you make your career shorter than what it needs to be. So,
Mm.
don't work through no injuries.
Yeah.
Anything else you got, bro?
Nah, bro, you could close it out.
So we close out every show with one simple question.
Talk to me.
If you could see anybody on the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle podcast, who would it be? But Aaron Biggs has to help us get that person on the show.
Let me reach out to BoJack. Let me reach out to BoJack.
Bro,
Let
you
me reach
you
out to
doing us a
BoJack.
favor because I done sent him like 2 or 3 different emails
Yeah,
already.
you did.
I,
Yep,
I'll get
you
with
did.
BoJack. I'll get with BoJack. Yeah,
And I still
I'll
got
get
his
BoJack.
information written down in my yellow notebook here. I still got to
I'm
read
ready.
it
I got my
down.
questions ready, bro.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll talk to BoJack.
Cool.
I'll
man,
definitely talk
we
to BoJack.
appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah, man.
do. Definitely do. Is there any projects, any events or anything that you got going on that's coming up that you'll like to plug in, including your merch and all those things?
Right now, man, like I said, I just been low key. Like I get bookings just out of the blue sometimes. I've gone back to Burlington. There was the ALW who was out there, and then another guy got it. He goes by the name of Hustle. He's looking for a new venue. I think he's gonna be doing some shows out in Charlotte. Um, yeah, just the dynamic has changed. So, like I say, even if I don't wrestle anymore and I officially retire, I'm still gonna be around to help out the younger crowd.
Hmm.
So right now, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. But Biggs is never gonna go away no time soon. I even said last year, right before I turned 30, I said I'm gonna go ahead and sit it down for good. And I'm not ready. I'm just not ready yet.
Okay, yeah. Well, we want to continue to support and stuff like that. So if you have anything that you would want to plug in, feel free to hit us up, and we'll
I
definitely
got you.
share it. We'll definitely share it. Whether it's merch or anything, anything in particular, just let us know. We'll share it on our feed. We do it all the time. So
Absolutely. I appreciate y'all, man. The first time, like I said, we had a little hiccup. People want to let you know stuff too late. But I just knew, like, I felt good about this, so that's why I was like, I still want to do it. Like, I don't want to just be the end of it because of my job, but that's why I wanted to reschedule. But I appreciate y'all letting me on here, man. It's just chatting it up. And usually, man, the podcast I've been on 30 minutes, dude, and we've been done. Like, I've been on the phone with y'all for like 2.5 hours, just talking wrestling, just BSing around, just talking. You know what I'm saying? So I respect what you guys are doing, man, and I've enjoyed my time here. So thank you.
well,
I mean, we pride ourselves on that, man. Like we used to try to set time limits. Okay, we only want to do interviews for an hour and stuff like that. But then we realized like we would try to set that time limit on ourselves, and we always, it never failed, always went past it. 2 hours. We went
You start
almost
once
three,
you
if not.
you guys can have good conversations, so you can just you don't pay
Yeah.
attention to the time. Like it's 12:30 now, and I know one of y'all saw me yawn, but I'm still not. I'm tired. I get it, but man, I could probably talk to y'all another hour because the conversation is good. What we're talking about
Right.
is good. Y'all not talking or bashing nobody or anything like that. You're just
nah,
having
we don't
good,
do that.
positive conversation. Also, and for the culture. So respect.
One thing we don't do is like we're not messy, so we don't do the whole bashing. Like yeah, we might have certain disagreements as far as certain things that we see as far as wrestling, but the bashing thing is definitely not in our
Dude,
in
don't get
Now,
caught up in that,
uh
man.
now I have been known to have certain wrestlers cut a promo on their enemies. For instance, I have frontman Josh C cut a fire promo on Darius Lockhart.
Mm.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I have been known. I think there was a few other wrestlers out there that I've had cut a promo on their enemies. I am known as the heel of the group. Every now and again. Sometimes I just play. We just play it cool and stuff like that. But when we got somebody that we can tell that's in character, oh, I'm playing into that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, he's known as the heel. I'm known as the face. Every once in a while, we'll shake it up and switch it up, and people will be shocked. You know what I mean? Just to
Mhm.
give that shock value. Cause I could play the heel too, but you know what I mean. That's it, you could probably naturally tell. You know what I mean. That's not me. But I definitely could play a heel if I wanted to. But he's the heel guy. I'm the face. But we had fun with it, man. Common conversations and things like that,
Mhm.
man. We just barbershop talk is like what we like to
There you
say.
go. There you
Barbershop
go.
talk. So
Not
yeah.
for everybody.
No, yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. So we appreciate you for coming through on the show. It
Absolutely.
was an honor having
Absolutely.
you. Please don't make it your last time, visiting us on the pod. And like I said, anytime you have something coming up, you want to air it, hit us up. We set up a
I got you,
time
man.
and we be right there, right there for it, Anyway, that is our interview show for this evening. We appreciate all y'all who have tuned in to this show. You know what I'm saying? Big super shout out to Aaron Biggs for coming through. And hey, you know what time it is? It's Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast, the insightful one, the Southern King. And we'll be back with another one. Salute.
Salute.
Yo, Robert Mason here, and the fire in this arena is unreal.
And I'm Molly Finwick. We are the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle commentary team, bringing nonstop action. And that wraps up another explosive edition of the podcast. Join us next week as the road to the championship continues.
This is the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast, your home for real pro wrestling talk.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, we the champs. Thanks for listening. We gone.